Right, let's try again. I keep getting this central and it won't. Right, now I'm back now to the. Now I've done the Prince of Wales and Prinz Eugen, so now we're up to the MK1 Bismarck update. Now this is going to be, I might be able to get there. I don't think I'll be able to do this in one review. I think this might be a couple of reviews. Right, first off, let me tell you what's in the box. Box contents: one large size full wooden deck, which I won't necessarily use. One pre-painted colour edged part. Not sure what that will be. We'll see when we open it. 42 resin parts. There's only 11 detailed brass photo etch parts. 116 high detail brass metal parts. A water slide decal. I've never used a water slide decal. No, I have, yeah. I'll have to see about that. Metal chain. So it's got various bits in it. So now, let's have a look what's in the box. Right now, hopefully you can hear me with this thing down here. This is going to be a real sod if that. Right now, yeah, it's too far. I can't get that camera any further up. Right, so first off, let's try and open the box. Now I like these MK1 bits, these are MK1 upgrades. I know they're supposed to be not as good as Pontos, but the box doesn't open. Right now, let's find out how I've done this. I've then taped that up. God, I wish I would put things together like this. Right, now so that. What's come out of there somehow? Unbelievable, man. You can't say it's not packaged well. And now it's with. I remember this with the last one. This was pushed in there and they make it almost impossible to get it out. Right, now let's have a look what we've got. We've got plenty of packaging. We've got a little thing. We've got a sheet. Okay, so that's got all the photo etch on it. And this has got instructions. I'll have a look at that later. Into that box. So now, let's have a look. Now then, now it's all right now. Okay, I can see tape on this. And if I hadn't hidden me scalpel, I'd better do something with that, wouldn't I? Oh, well, that's clever. Oh, where do I put it? I know you lose photo etch bits when they shoot off. How do you well, you're hidden it up there for you, nitwit. Right. Now then, so let's see. So let's first off get all this stupid stuff. God, look at it all. Okay, so that'll lift off. Right, now you're seeing it as I'm seeing it. I probably should have done this beforehand. On the plus side, you are seeing it. There's not a lot of photo etch in this, to be fair. Expected a bit more photo etch than that. But so far. Right, so let's have a look. Let's get all these photo etch bits off of here first. Right, so we've got this. Right, let's have a look at this. Let's get this off. What does it? We'll have a look at that in a minute. We'll have a look at that with the instructions. There's another bit of photo etch under there. What have they hidden that under the deck for? God, they don't make this easy, do they? At least they got well packaged, I'll tell them that. It does mean... Oh, look at all these staples. This is unbelievable, man. Oh, look. Oh, wow. Oh dear. Look at this lot. Oh, that's taped down as well. By the time I've done this, for 20 minutes it's going to be up, isn't it? Right. So we've got that. Right, now. This is stupid, isn't it? Oh, look at all this stuff everywhere, man. Right. I didn't expect them to be that long. I've never known them put them in long sleeves like that before. I don't know why they've done that. That's a bit silly doing it like that. Right, now we've got most of that off. Right, that can come off. That's full of staples, but that back of that might be handy for putting this photo etch on. Right, now, let's have a look. Let's take all this rubbish out. Right, so this is the decks. Oh, look at this. Push stuff everywhere, man. Pointless. Right, now, so let's have a look. 4 bits of deck. I'll have to consider this. I personally, I don't particularly like wooden decks. Right, I mean, it's, to be fair, I'll give them that it's nicely detailed. But I'm trying to move all this photo etch around before I start doing silly things. Right, so let me have a look to see if I can actually get that. I can't get the camera any closer than that. Alright, there you go. Right, that's better. Now you can see it. So it's not, I mean, the wooden decks aren't terrible. Oh, I can't work out where the camera is, man. This is really stupid. So that, you know, I mean, it's not too bad. But it's an awful lot. Well, there's not actually a lot to cut out on this. To be fair, there's not a lot to be cut out. And that one's already, oh no, that's, so this, yeah, okay. So there's not a lot to cut out on that, to be fair. But there seems to be more on the bow of the ship than that. But then again, what I have, part of that, I said I would never buy one of these again. Not because they're bad, MK1 are excellent. Oh, this is stupid, isn't it? Can't work out left from bloody right, excuse me. Right, can't work out left and right. I'm watching it on a TV screen, by the way. I'm not looking at it in the camera. I'm seeing it upside down, and I'm looking at it from on a TV screen because I can see it better on a TV screen and see what I'm doing. And because of that, I can't work out which is left and which is right. So that's really silly. Right, now we've only got 10 minutes, so we won't get through this in 10 minutes. We won't get through all this review. This will probably take about 2 or 3 videos, maybe more. So like I was saying, I don't like wooden decks, but I was talking about MK1. It wasn't the fact that I don't like MK1. They're absolutely brilliant stuff. You know, they've got really good stuff. So here's another bit. See which way you're looking at it. I'm not sure which way you're looking at it there. So that's alright. Okay, so this is the bow, isn't it? Because that's the breakwater there. As I was saying, I wasn't going to buy another one of these kits because I've already done this on the trumpeter. I'm 10 months in on the HMS Hood now. On the trumpeter, on the HMS Hood, I'm 10 months in. And I think I would have finished it, I would have well finished it by now if it wasn't for all the updates. I added over 50 updates yesterday, 50 items to it, and it was nothing, it was all updates, all MK1 updates, but nothing out of the box at all. So it was a lot of work gone into it with all the updates. And so I thought, no, I'm not going to do that again, I'm going to do out of the box builds. I'm not going to keep doing all these updates to them, because they just take so long. But I can't compare these to Pontos. I know Pontos are supposed to be exceptionally good, and I have seen the Pontos kit reviewed, and I think they get literally the same review as these trumpeter kits. What they have is a lot of stuff. There's supposed to be 20 of them. It has a lot of stuff, but it doesn't. Oh, sorry, I'm just looking at. Oh, 11. You see, this has 11 photo etch parts, bits to it. The hood adds something like 24, so it's a massive amount of photo etch. And I can't compare it to Pontos because I've never seen the Pontos kit. I've seen them reviewed, and they seem to be about the same. A lot of people seem to say about the same with trumpeter, with Pontos, as they do with these. With MK1, they seem to be about the same sort of, I don't know, faults. Where the photo etch is ultra thin, absolutely ultra thin, and some of it is just downright stupid. You just can't do anything with it. But I've said before in reviews, when I did a review of the HMS Hood upgrade, this is more Pontos. I know replace literally everything. They replace so much stuff. They replace all the ammo boxes and the like. They're completely made up of new ammo boxes. These aren't. These MK1 kits, they make it look a little bit better by adding to it. So there's a lot of stuff here on this deck. But I still, you see, I prefer to paint the decks. There's not a lot to leave it off. I might just have a look at. I might consider it. I might put. You see, I put the wooden deck on the hood, and then when I looked at it, I just didn't like it. It was just horrible. It just didn't look right. I don't know what it is about them. I think some of it comes down to this, what is supposed to be the butt between the planks, and whether they're, the planks just look out of scale. I mean, maybe it's me, but the planks just look out of scale. And it's but we'll see. I mean, there's a lot going there. But the reason I wasn't going to buy it, as I was saying, was because of how much I've done on the hood. I've done so much to the hood. Right, I've only got 5 minutes left. Right, let me zoom out. You don't want to see my beard, really, do you? Right. Now then, as I was saying, with the hood, which is now had a lot more added to it, and you can't really see that well, but that window there gives you an idea of how rubbish the light is coming into this room. So with the hood, it's put so much effort in, it's so much extra into building it, you just don't get anything finished. So I thought, right, no, I'm not going to buy any more upgrade kits. But then I've got the anatomy of a ship, and the anatomy of a ship for the Bismarck is absolutely a stunning book. It's so good, it's so well written. But when you look at it, when I'm saying there's not a lot of photo etch there for the model, for the thing, you'd think, oh no, they need more photo etch than this. But when you actually think about that, when you look at it, it was only when I was looking through the book that you realise there's not masses of detail in the actual ship. You know, there's not as much stuff on the decks as there are on various other bits that I've seen. And then I've got to make a decision with the Bismarck. How do I paint it? There was 3 or 4 paint schemes for the Bismarck, and that's why it might be. I might consider the wooden. I might just consider the wooden deck. And the paint schemes are not too bad, but I think there's 3, possibly 4. Then you have to make a decision on whether you're going to have the camouflage on, because I've got the hood, the Bismarck, Prince of Wales and the Prinz Eugen, and anybody who knows anything will know that's the 4 ships that took part in the Battle of the Denmark Strait. Now, in the anatomy of a ship, it does say that the camouflage, white and black camouflage that went up the hull, was painted over when they went into battle with the hood. Before that battle, they painted it out grey, and it shows you it painted it in grey, and then it shows you and you can just make out the black and white markings underneath where it shows through the grey. So it'd be interesting, because I'm not particularly building the models as they were at the Battle of Denmark Strait. They don't have to be built unless you're actually representing them as they were in the battle, during the battle, in which case I'd have to have altered quite a bit of stuff on the hood probably. So I'm not actually particularly painting them as they were during the battle. I'm painting them as they were, or building them as they were as a model that I enjoy building and that I want to look at, rather than whatever. But it's worth sort of looking at that and thinking, right, paint out the black and grey, black and white, and then you put a light coat of grey over it to make it look like it was painted out. Because that's another one of my big... It's something that... Camouflage looks good and bad. It's sort of weird with camouflage. I do like it and I don't like it. So I'll have to consider that one with the Bismarck. But it's a cracking model, by the way. I've done a review on it. So I'll have to put some thought into these wooden decks, because those smaller bits, these small ones look like they would, these ones here, look like they would be easy enough to put in, you know, but then if I did that I'd have to use all of them. I'd have to put the bow on first and the stern and the centre before doing anything else. So I'll have to consider this with this. I may or may not build up the wooden decks, but I prefer to paint them. They do look better when they're painted. And the markings on the deck, plastic deck, the moulded wood markings are just fine. They look perfect. So it's going to be an interesting one. I'm just gabbing on now because it's going to run out in a minute. I've got 58 seconds left, so it's no good starting looking at the photo etch yet. And then of course we've got this box which is full of all the various... This is the one thing that bugs me with when I brought all the upgrade for the hood. The one thing that really bugged me was how they put the lid on. Was how they put it all together. Oh no, they've... Alright, okay. Oh, I'm going to stand corrected here. They've actually put it, well, they look like they've put it all in separate bags. I'll have to have a look at that later. With the hood, what they did was when it all went together, it was just all in two big bags. So you had to sort through it all and work out what was what. Right, it's going to run out in 7 seconds. So I'll be back with the next review for the photo etch.